AI? What? Adobe Illustrator? No. Artificial intelligence. That's what we're talking about in this video today.
Elliot is talking about artificial intelligence.
Let me be really clear. I am recording this on the same day as I am uploading this, okay? This is just a collection of thoughts, ramblings, rants, different things like that that are just in my head right now about AI and stuff that I just feel like I need to let out. I also teased that this week's video would be 100 posters in 100 minutes. That video is very much still in the works. It was my birthday yesterday though, so I didn't get around to doing any editing. Oh, unlucky Elliot. My birthday. So that'll be coming out next week. Look out for it. And before we get any more into the topic of today's video, it is time to announce today's featured item of the week. It is an honor to announce that today's featured item of the week is the Big Red Boots by Mischief, I think. I thought it was just MSCH Chef or something, but then apparently it's Mischief. So shout out to the boots. So I'm sure you've seen some stuff about AI recently. It's pretty much the hot topic right now. It has been for the last few months or so. What started off as just some simple things like image generation, then turned into like this chatbot with ChatGPT. And now the real questions about, where the future of AI is going. What does it mean for graphic designers? Are we going to lose all our jobs? These are things that are on people's minds. And look, at the end of the day, it's a popular search term. So I've noticed that the amount of AI graphic design content on YouTube has definitely increased in the last few months, with some people really pivoting their content towards it. And fair enough, it gets clicks. It is what it is. YouTube is a business, and you gotta get people clicking somehow. But I just have been absolutely swarmed with it, and I have just so many thoughts. Yesterday, Will Patterson, big dog YouTuber, 750k plus subs, uploaded, "Will you ever be this creative? Use AI to improve your design." And he pulled me in with the title. I admit, "Will you ever be this creative?" is a very bold statement to make, suggesting that we humans, are not as creative as an AI, which is, a controversial statement to say the least, and it got me clicking, and so I watched the full thing. And there's just been a few of his videos, as well as a few of Satori Graphics and a few of the other big kind of graphic design YouTubers that have been like, not just we're having some fun with AI, but they're like pro AI, like use it now or you will die AI kind of people. And so naturally, being online as much as I am, I've watched pretty much all of the videos that address AI in one way or another, just because I'm very curious to see where this is all kind of coming from. As someone who likes to think that he's, kind of at the forefront of technology, I have a little VR headset. I was playing some virtual football, the American NFL football. I was playing that in VR the other day, feeling like this is the future kind of thing. But I've only ever really used AI as a little gimmick, and I thought it was a bit of fun, but I never really applied it to my work, and I don't really see why I should. So I've just been very curious to hear what these people have to say about how it can kind of help. I don't think it's good. I haven't written any notes for this video or anything. I'm just going to kind of talk it out. But I'm fascinated at how this is the next big thing for some of these people. There's three things that I feel like they're all saying. Number one is that it's just like computers. And what they mean by that is like, if you were fearful of computers in the early days and you were like, oh, this is never going to kick off, you didn't make it, you kind of fell behind. But like the people who were open to computers and were like, oh, there's so much potential here, they're the ones who got ahead, and they're the ones benefiting from their early confidence. And we should apply the same thing to AI. Number two is that it's here and that we can't stop it. It's inevitable. Kind of thing where it's like, oh, well, it's everywhere now. The technology has been made, so we might as well use it, because otherwise it's just going to happen eventually. And something like that. And then the third thing is a quote that Will says he found on Instagram, which is that AI won't replace humans. Humans using AI will replace humans. Which is just, I don't know. And the whole thing just feels like this strange sponsorship from AI. It feels like they're all getting paid to talk about it. And it's this weird like obsession with the future of technology through AI. And like, I understand it. It's fun. It's different. It's cool. It's a new toy. but it's like the lengths they're going to kind of like promote it by making these videos dedicated to it. And it makes sense in that it's getting clicks and that, people are very interested in it right now. But there's something else behind it all where it's like, no, this is the future, and there's like no denying it. And you see it in their comment sections. People are actively, saying like, hey, I don't like AI, I'm fearful of it, whatever. And then they're replying and being like, hey, no, this is I don't agree with you. I'm all for it and stuff. And it feels like it's more than just for the content. It's like a genuine belief. I wanted to make this video because it is scary. It's definitely a thing that I think you should be fearful of. I don't think there's anything wrong with being afraid of it. It is technology that could potentially replace you in the future, and that is a scary concept in general, and you're in the right for thinking that. And I don't think it's just a like either be afraid of it or use it kind of thing, right? Like I don't really have any I mean, I'm just not going to use it. And this whole notion of like it being inevitable and like it's already here, we might as well use it kind of thing, just feels like we're rolling over and dying and not doing anything to stop it. Like, sure, it might happen. It might take over. It might take our jobs, whatever. But like, we don't have to speed that up, do we? Can't we just have fun in the meantime? Can't we just like drag out human-made design for a little while longer rather than like being like, no, get in now, otherwise you'll die and all this stuff? It's like, God, I'm having a lot of fun on Photoshop and stuff. Can I just keep doing that for a little bit longer? And I don't think these creators really understand how much kind of influence they have. Like, these are channels with almost 2 million subscribers, specifically Satori and Will. Almost 2 million subscribers combined, right? That's a lot of people. And these are channels that will create content that is actively trying to teach people how to design, right? Like it's logo design tips, it's poster design tips, it's all this stuff. They're coming across as the experts of graphic design on a free to use platform. Learning by YouTube videos is a big thing. It's how I learned graphic design. It's how I'm sure many of you have. And when you kind of have these teachers and these experts on the platform, it kind of feels like they're the ones who are in the know. They're the ones who kind of have that next step on the industry, and I should follow their advice. But God, it's a lot. Will's AI video is very much about like how AI can help improve your designs, and there are just like a few strange things that he says in it that I don't think really make any sense and justify AI at all. Like, he talks about how you can generate poster compositions and then use those compositions in your design, because if he were to get one off Google, then like that would be copying, but like it's okay if you take a design composition off of like a DALL-E generator or like a Midjourney or something like that. Well, I searched up the same prompt that he used in Midjourney, and you can pretty much find a very similar set of poster designs that Midjourney creates for him. And I don't see how copying one is different than copying the other. Like, one is okay and then the other one you shouldn't. No, you shouldn't copy something you see on Google. I'm a big believer in that nothing really is original anymore. We all take inspiration from stuff. My stuff is a ripoff of a million different things that I've just like absorbed in my head and I'm regurgitating onto the page. And I think that's perfectly fine, right? Like, that's just inevitable. That's just what it is. You're not going to come up with your own creative idea. Like, it's 2023. Graphic design is everywhere online, and we see so much of it that of course it's going to be some kind of like replication of it, right? And an AI bot is very much doing a similar thing with just like being trained to design a certain way based on designs that it's been fed. Yeah, so it just doesn't. I don't know what it is. But he says stuff like that in the comments. Like, he says that we're not too different from AI. Like, we all take the same information and stuff. But it's just like, doesn't that? I don't even know. I don't know. It's been really bugging me. Like, how can you think that copying something from a trained bot is okay, but copying stuff just from online isn't? Like, I don't get it. I'm so confused, guys. I'm so confused. And then like later in the video, he talks about like getting like a really original, like unique piece of stock image and then generates a sphere with like an orange tint to it. Like, what? And then he finishes the poster and you're kind of looking at it and you go like, what is where did AI really help you with this? Like, I get the talking to a chatbot to generate like ideas for copy and stuff, or like replacing Lorem Ipsum for it. Like, I think those things are good. I'm not like fully anti-AI. Like, I understand that there are things that you can do and it's fun and it's a little thing, but it's like, God, I'm not going to promote it to the end of time being like, this is the most life-changing thing and we simply must get on top of it. At the very end, he says,
so instead of sketching, maybe the future is all about prompting.
And that just sounds like the saddest life I could ever live. as a graphic designer. I don't even sketch out my ideas or anything, but like, I find a lot of joy looking at designers that I admire and scrolling through their pages and looking at their work and finding ways that what they do could improve my own stuff. Because I know that it came from a place of love, you know? Like the designers that I look at, their passion is it's so obvious in their work. And God, I can only hope that my passion can come through in my work as much as it does for them, right? And that's the humanity behind it. That's why I love it so much, yeah? It's like this form of self-expression. That's what makes it original to me. It's not like the actual design, the technical elements or anything like that. It's like the feeling behind it and the joy that they had creating it, and the fact that you can just tell that they love doing what they do. And the prompting stuff just takes all of that and throws it out the window. It becomes a job then. It really does. It becomes like this job, and it just feels like we hate it. It's like, God, graphic design is the worst job in the world. AI is going to make it easier for me. It's like, no one's forcing you to be a graphic designer. You don't have to be one. I love the select subject tool in Photoshop. That's all AI. Saves me so much time in little things like cropping out a person from the background. Things like that are purely technical that I find no enjoyment out of. I'm glad that that AI tool exists. We don't need new tools for the gaining inspiration and from the other things that are actually fun about graphic design. We can stop there. I don't think we need any new tools. And then Satori at the end of one of his Q&A videos when asked what his thoughts on AI are, is that he thinks that
the lower level designers who don't have any skills really are going to be completely wiped out. You know, there's people who design really terrible logos for $5. That kind of person isn't going to be required in the near future.
What the fuck? Who says shit like that? It's like on your channel with 1 million subs. Like, you're a teacher, dude. You're a teacher. There are people who go to you for advice and stuff who are learning how to design through the content you create. And you're saying that they'll be wiped out if they're not skilled enough. What? I've been sitting on all this for so long and just like watching these videos and just being like, God, what are we trying to do with this content? What is the goal? Who are we talking to? I'm committed to never being an expert on this thing. Trust me, I'm just a graphic designer who is bloody having a good time. And if you want to follow in my footsteps, then go for it. If you feel like you can relate to my experiences, then that is great. And most importantly, if you feel inspired, that is the best thing I can imagine. I just want people to have fun with design like I do. And I truly do think that good things will come if you can teach yourself how to have fun with the design. But I'm no expert and I'm no teacher or anything like that. Okay, I'm just a guy, and I want to be very clear on that. It makes me very sad to see like the biggest graphic design creators on this platform addressing AI and talking about it so fondly. It's this like rejection of anything negative about it because it is the future and it'll sort itself out eventually, but it's the future and we need to jump on it. We don't need to worry about anything else. We just need to make sure that we're ahead of the game because that's how we make money. That's how we become successful designers, and that's how we stay ahead of the curve. It's exhausting, you know? It's good to question the technology that we use and decide to use in our careers. I'm tired of the AI, bro. And I really am. And it just feels like it's getting more and more popular, and it's only going to stay popular because people are interested in the subject and people are going to keep clicking on these videos. But I hope that this may have offered a different perspective that you might agree with, or just, I don't know, just something different, you know? Something different. I am committed to creating content that I enjoy making, that I think you will enjoy watching, and that treats graphic design as this thing that we enjoy. Because God, we do. And I just hate it so much when people focus entirely on the fact that it is a service and it's a product exchange between you and a client. And here are the 10 tips to make yourself successful and all that. I just want you guys to feel inspired and have some fun and learn from that. Learn from the community that lifts each other up and says we are good designers, we make cool stuff, and we make work that is truly us, you know? The best advice I ever got as a graphic designer was to be yourself. And it is such a weird thing to consider because obviously it's graphic design and, you know, your personality is a whole different thing. But be yourself in your work and you don't have to worry about anything else. People like you and they like your work if it's you. Okay? And I just want all of us to stay being ourselves for as long as we can before we eventually lose to the computer overlords. I'm not going to go down without a fight. I promise you that. All right? I'm going to stay dreaming, stay having fun, and just stay doing what I did. So, yeah. If you're not using AI, that's great. If you are using AI, cool. But I can guarantee that if you're not, you're doing just fine. Yeah, you're doing just fine. All right. Hopefully this made some kind of sense. I look forward to 100 posters in 100 minutes next week. Now that would have helped with AI. No, I think it gave me a sty or something, actually. My left eye has been in serious pain since recording that video. Something to think about. Anyway, thanks so much for watching. Feel free to leave a comment. I probably won't reply to any who disagree with me. I can't really be bothered, to be honest. But just feel free to leave one. I don't know. If you want to chat amongst yourselves in the comments, go for it. That's so fine. I'll just read them. Hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you all soon. All right. Have a good one. Bye. See ya.